like to bring the Town of Wappinger Zoning Board of Appeals meeting to order. Can I have roll call, please, be?
Mr. Delacorte?
Here.
Mr. Lawrence Denning, absent. Mr. Barr?
Here.
Mr. Donato?
Here.
Mr. Gallardi?
Here, and we'd like to do the pledge as well. Oh, stand, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. First order of business tonight, get that straight. First order of business tonight would be acceptance of the minutes from March 12th, 2024. Does everybody have a chance to review?
Yes.
Any changes, amendments?
No.
No? Okay, could I have a motion, please, to accept the minutes as
I'll
written?
make a motion to accept.
Can I have a
as read.
second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. All right, next order of business, public hearing, appeal number 247816, area variance, Sam Kuzinets and Alana Jacoby, seeking an area variance, section 24037 of district regulations in an R10 zoning district, where 25 feet to the front yard property line is required. The applicant can provide 7 foot 6 1/4 for a 575 square foot addition to include 2 office spaces, lounge, and bathroom, thus requesting a variance of 17 feet 5 3/4 inches. The property is located at 17 Liberty Street on .30 acres and is identified as tax grid number 6056090145563 in the town of Wappinger. Okay, so first off, as we did a little explanation when we met you on site, right? It's not a full board tonight. So there's only 4 of us. So a tie would mean a denial. So it's up to you if you want to proceed, or we could postpone to the next meeting when there is a full board. Entirely your choice.
Well, I feel pretty confident that we have a design here that works well with the neighborhood, so I think we'll move forward.
Proceed.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Did I open the public hearing, B?
I'm sorry?
Did I open the public
No,
hearing?
we didn't.
Okay. Can I have a motion, please, to open the public hearing?
Make a motion?
Got a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Okay, so for the board's benefit and all the folks listening in, just a brief description of what you need and why you need it, please.
Yes, we're here. We've designed a residential addition. It's 575 square feet. Part of that addition is placed in the front yard setback. So just a correction too, it's 10 Liberty Street. I think 17 was noted, but it should be 10 Liberty Street. I think that's what Mr. Galati had mentioned, 17.
This is 10. This says
Yeah,
10.
it's 10, okay.
Yeah.
A variance of 17.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, so 17 feet, 5 3/4, I
Yes.
think it projects into the front yard. So, yeah, as we were planning and looking for the best place for the addition, we thought that was the best place. And thank you all for coming out on Saturday for that wet and cold, rainy morning, where we marked out the footprint of the addition, showed where the property line was, where the setback line is, and you can see pretty clearly where that addition's going to go. We may need to make a very slight adjustment to the driveway. I think you could see there when we marked it out that the back corner where the lounge is, we might need to bend that driveway out a little bit, but that's not going to affect anything as far as, placing the driveway on the site or just scooching it over a little bit, because when we excavate for the foundation, part of that driveway is going to get torn up, and they're still going to be parking where they park now, so that's not going to change. We just want to protect that corner of the new addition, and we think maybe a very slight adjustment to the driveway will be required.
They can do that at the building, when they get the building permit.
What's that?
They can do that when they get the building
Okay.
permit, so it won't affect your variance.
Okay, and we'll be showing that on the site plan when we submit for
Building
filing for the building permit. Yeah. Other than that, I think that, what we've designed here, as I've explained prior, the hip roofs, the little cupolas, the Gothic arches with the windows to match the existing, we feel it's very complementary to the existing architecture. We think it'd be a welcome addition to the neighborhood. We're very respectful for the neighborhood. It's a very quiet neighborhood. It's a beautiful neighborhood. We want to keep it that way. And this is why we've placed it there and designed it the way we have. Seeing the site plan there, and just front elevation, for example, is showing what it will look like from the front, from the street side, and from the driveway side. So everyone can hopefully see that. I think that's about all I have, really, on the project, and I'm glad you were all able to come out there and see this on Saturday.
Yeah, we were all out there on, did the site visit and see what you got going on. You did a great job of
Thank you.
demarking everything and the basic footprint, right?
Yeah.
Of the addition. Gives you a pretty good idea where it is and how it lays out in relation to the adjacent property.
Yes.
Which is a firehouse.
Right,
On that side, the side of the addition is where the firehouse is, right?
yes. And we did note when we were out there how close the property line is to the firehouse.
Right. That's correct.
Yeah.
Let's see that. And I think, the architecture, I think is great. I think it blends in well with the existing building.
Thank you.
You have a very similar structure right across the street. Yeah, I know. You guys have any other questions for the applicant?
Yeah, I mean, just a comment, I agree. I don't think any other structure on that strip there meets any of the setbacks.
Right.
It's a historic area. The
Especially
setbacks were
now.
added later. And, I think the addition he's doing is sensitive to the existing architecture. And there's really no other location on that site to put it that would not be probably detrimental to the building as a whole. I think what you're proposing makes sense.
Thank you.
I had a question. I know we didn't have a good chance to talk
Right, a little bit.
Saturday.
Yeah. We were under
We had discussed the rear of the church, because I'm looking at number 3. Is there another feasible one available? And I think we talked about the rear
Yes.
of the church, that there was a deck there, but was there a septic system back there?
Yes, there is. So on the rear of the building, there's a deck. And just past the deck, the rear yard, it's all septic field.
Okay.
And that was relatively recently placed. I think it was designed in 2017. I think it was installed in 2019. That's my understanding of it. And we do have all the documentation from the engineers who designed that system. So the system is relatively new.
Okay. And then the other question I did have was, I did look at the plans a little bit further, and we have 1, 2, 3 offices and a lounge.
Yeah,
Are we turning this into business of some sort, or?
Well, my clients, they're in the theater industry, and they do a lot of traveling. They have one of the rooms, which was at one point a Sunday school classroom for the church.
Right.
They're utilizing that as an office right now, but they want to turn that into something more like a formal dining room and have their offices in more of a private area. And that's why we've sort of taken that front piece of the design and made it 2 offices for
I
them.
see. And a lounge.
And a lounge, yeah.
Right.
They just had their first child, and their idea is when they're entertaining, they have the big great room, they have a place, a lounge where maybe the kids can go, or else they're coming down the stairs in the morning and they're going in there having their coffee in the lounge. It's a little more of a quiet space to the great room, which was the sanctuary space.
Probably noisier in the
Yes.
great room.
Yes. Yeah, the great room's beautiful. It's, very, very open. Where the altar was is a little dining area now, more of like a breakfast area. So, yeah,
Yeah, I can imagine it's pretty wide open.
it is, yeah. It's a
Yeah,
great
it
space.
is. So the studio, the office, and the existing structure will primarily have a different use than a studio office.
Correct, yes.
Got it. Okay. Anything else, you guys?
No, I mean, to add to the point about the septic, you know, I think an addition off the back would destroy some of the character of the existing church, which has been, you know, maintained in a nice way, I think, by the current owner.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes, I do too.
Anybody in the audience have anything to speak about in behalf of this application? No? Okay, so for the record, no comment from the public. Could I have a motion then, please, to close the public hearing?
I'll make a motion to close public hearing.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Could I have a motion then to grant or deny the applicant the variance? I'll make a motion to grant the applicant the variance. I don't believe that the benefit can be achieved by any other feasible means. I don't believe it'll change any or cause any undesirable change to the neighborhood. I think the architecture actually will blend quite well with the existing structure and the structures around it. Whether the request is substantial, yes, it is, but I don't believe that's enough to deny the variance. The change will not create any undesirable or effects to the environment, and the difficulty is self-created, but again, not enough to sway me to deny the variance. So I am voting yes on the variance. Can I have a second?
Second.
Okay, can I have roll call, please, B?
Mr. Delacorte?
Yes.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Donato?
Yes.
Mr. Valari?
Yes. Okay, your variance has been granted.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks for the tour. It was good, a good process on Saturday, even though it was pouring
fun.
rain.
I like the fact that you guys actually come out together and do that. You don't see that often, so
Sure.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Have a good night. All right, next up on the agenda, discussion, appeal number 247817, area variance. Christopher and Nicole Sawicki, seeking an area variance, section 24037 of district regulations in an R20 zoning district, where 20 feet to the side left yard property line is required. The applicant can provide 14.5 feet for the construction of a 4.5 by 4.5 foot deck with stairs, thus requesting a variance of 5.5 feet. The property is located at 105 Edge Hill Road on .52 acres and is identified as tax grid number 635803141138 in the town of Wappinger. All right, for the record, please, your name and address.
Chris Sawicki, 105 Edge Hill Drive, not road.
Gotcha. And can we have a brief description of what you need and why you need it?
Well, I have a deck there already. We're essentially just replacing that deck. The existing deck is, I think, 3'6", but per the builder, just for, I don't know if it's code reasons or just safety alone, they build these at 5.5. The deck now is already theoretically within the setback, but that's just the way the house was built. It's probably been there since the 60s, and it's falling down. It's all 2x4 framing. It's completely rotted. So, yeah, we're just looking to replace it.
Gotcha.
And being that we cannot aim stairs at the neighbor, they will now be headed towards the back door.
Gotcha. To your back left-hand corner you are, right?
Yeah, it's off the kitchen. It's a second point of egress.
Got it. Got it.
It's a corner lot, right?
Yes.
Hey, did we give you a variance for the pool at some point?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes.
What was that
It's
for?
not-
Swimming pool?
Well,
Swimming
the
pool, yeah.
pool's in the, front yard technically, right?
Yeah, you guys came out on a,
Yeah.
It's kind of sorted in the front yard, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Kind of, sort of. But yeah, this is on that opposite corner of the property.
Try to look familiar. Yeah, I mean, pretty straightforward, guys. I don't know if you guys have any other questions.
So the deck is already there, and
Yeah,
it's gonna
it's-
be replaced,
It's falling down.
right?
Deck needs to be replaced. regardless of how big we make it, we're only making it as big as this because that's what they suggest as far as safety. So the treads will be 4.5 plus, obviously the railings coming off of them. I think essentially the interior of the tread is only 38, somewhere in that after the railings.
Right,
Henceforth the 4.5.
got it.
If we didn't have to make it this big, we wouldn't. From what we heard, if we just replaced it as is, there would be no big deal. But we don't have much of a choice in that matter, unfortunately.
Gotcha. Yeah, gotcha. I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't have any other further questions. Pretty straightforward. You guys?
Just about the shed, I guess. Looks like it's within a setback. Shed in the back?
The shed?
Am I looking at the wrong
Back corner.
back corner?
You got a shed in the back corner?
Yeah, it's been there since we purchased the property, but it shouldn't be an issue as far as I know.
I feel like that was there last time we looked at it also.
Yeah, I believe the
Yeah, it's
size,
been there for-
it fits the
It's
setback.
in, okay. Thank you.
Looks like it. Okay, so next step, we kind of know the routine, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna do a site visit.
Okay.
We'll do that not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, which would be
April 6th.
April 6th. So on April 6th at approximately 9 o'clock, we'll come do a site visit. It'd be great if you could kind of outline, the footprint of what you want to do with the deck. You have the existing, just kind of show us where the
What the
new
new
one.
one will be, absolutely, no problem.
Yeah, so that will be that, and then we'll do a public hearing on that following Tuesday,
Then
which would be the 9th. Okay, so we're gonna do a site visit,
9 o'clock?
9 o'clock on the 6th, right? And we'll do a public hearing on the 9th.
pray for better weather than that, so.
Okay, besides that, you're good to go. I think B has a sign for you.
Yes,
Okay? All right, so we'll see you on the 6th.
thank you.
Got it. Okay, next item on the agenda tonight is appeal number 247818, area variance. Kayla and Christopher Morales seeking an area variance, section 24037 of district regulations in an R40 zoning district, where 25 feet to the side left yard property line is required. The applicant can provide 13 feet 9 inches for the construction of an 8-foot by 15-foot pool deck with stairs on the left side of the property, thus requesting a variance of 11-foot 3 inches. The property is located at 23 Dosey Road on .51 acres and is identified as tax grid number 6358-03011336 in the town of Wappinger. Okay, your name and address, please.
Chris Morales, 23 Dose Road.
Gotcha. And again, just a brief description of what you need and why you need it.
Yeah, due to the unique shape of our property, it's a pie shape. Further you go into the backyard, the narrower it gets. A couple years ago, we got a permit for a pool. We wanted it further back in the yard. Obviously, we didn't meet the setback requirements by doing that, so we moved it forward where we do meet the setback requirements. But now we would like a safer way for the kids to enter and exit the pool by having a small pool deck on the side. Because right now we have those, it's the removable staircase with the collapsible stairs with a lock on them.
Right,
So it's
right.
just with the 5-year-old, the 3-year-old, and the 1-year-old, like a safer entrance.
Understood. Yeah, because your property is unique.
Yes.
Yeah, shape, pie shape. Shed is removed? The shed that's here is gone?
Yes.
Okay.
The variance is for both pool decks? I'm seeing two on the drawing. It looks like
Yes.
they're both dimensioned the same.
Yes.
Okay.
One is a platform that's basically a foot off the ground,
Okay.
which also, with getting a permit for that, will be split into two to meet code requirements because the deck blocks were used as footings. My whole backyard is basically shale. It rises up and down throughout my backyard. But being that that's only a foot off the ground, I thought a platform was acceptable. But
Okay, so the platform deck is not for pool access, it's just
No, not for
use.
pool access.
Okay.
More for entertainment than anything.
Did you think about moving it around to the front of the pool towards the
It's
house?
the slope of my yard, it just doesn't make sense. So I'm in construction, and when these guys came to install the pool, my wife had called me and said, oh, there's gonna be an extra that they have to excavate. I said, what do you mean they have to excavate? Our backyard is flat. Well, sure enough, they had a Hilti laser out there, and they were 2.5 feet of grade difference, so it was substantial, where we wouldn't want to put anything on the front side.
Because of the grade.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll see that.
So is construction already started?
Yes,
Okay.
and stopped.
Okay.
There was a previous permit for this. And-
Correct.
And we found that it perhaps was closer than originally thought, and that's
Correct.
what prompted this.
Gotcha.
Yes, misunderstanding on my part on where the setback began.
Gotcha. So the permit was issued?
Yes, there was a permit, and the construction was ongoing. I happened to be out there, and I realized that it was too close to the side yard, so we stopped and proceeded on to get this variance.
And the 25 feet on the other side is accurate? I mean, just
Yes.
graphically it looks closer, but I know it's a hand sketch.
Yeah, no, it's tough to tell based on that and by my drawing, but yes, I do meet it on the one side.
Okay.
And these are ribbons marking the red ribbon marks the line?
Yes, I ran a high-vis string from a measurement off of the back of the house where I have a measurement on the
Corner?
survey.
Yes.
And out to the back where I don't know what the address is, 81 Brothers, I believe. They recently had their house surveyed and flagged, I guess. So I was able to use that point, because if you look, mine comes to that point.
I like
It's a lot easier to tell by seeing it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, we'll see.
Did the best I could.
It's
Well,
good.
well, no, it's 18'2" to that dandelion plant right there.
And that plant's on the property line, right?
Perfect.
Do you have the property line marked out fairly clearly that we're going to be able to see it on site?
The other property line is basically between me and my neighbor is unusable land. She's been dumping leaves there for years. I have a fence there now, one for the kids, two for the dogs. So my fence is basically on my property line on that
Okay.
side. And
On
the
that
other
side.
side is her property, which is where we realized that shed came over the 2.9 feet. It's a-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was there when we bought it, and it was basically a lean-to. It was a firewood shed.
And that line is marked in some way, or?
What's on that side?
Yeah.
Well, based off of where the shed was, it meets my fence line. So I removed X amount of that shed, that 2.9 feet of the shed on that back side, so that you could clearly see what the property line is now.
Oh, so that shed has one side on the property line?
The one corner went over,
Yeah,
so I came in.
but you just cut it
removed
back,
it.
so now it's on.
Yeah, so now it's right there up to
Yeah.
the fence.
So let's clarify.
But there's only
There is
two
no-
walls
There is no
standing.
longer a shed there.
Correct.
It says shed is removed.
The shed is removed, and what should be there, and the only thing that should be there is a container that he's stocking firewood. But it should not in any way,
Yeah,
shape, or
there's-
form be a shed.
2 walls, no roof.
Yeah.
So no roof,
Nothing.
because that's where we draw the line.
Correct.
I mean,
Okay.
I
Well-
also have a bluebird house attached to the
Yeah.
front of that, so.
Well,
kinda
that
do.
has a roof on it, right? You have to take that. Yeah, no, that's-
All right, so we'll be able to, and once we come out there, we'll be have a pretty good idea where your property line is.
Yes, it's easier to see than to explain.
Right, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Any other questions, you guys? No? All right, so we're gonna schedule a site visit again for, it'll be the 6th of April. Probably be there around 9:30, somewhere in that neighborhood. We will then schedule your public hearing as well for the 9th. And B has a sign for you.
Okay.
You have to post that sign in the front yard where everybody can see it. and we'll see you on the 6th.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. Next up on the agenda is discussion, appeal number 247819, area variance, DC Sports renovation, seeking an area variance, section 24037 of district regulations in an HD zoning district where 75 feet from the front property line on a county or state road is required, the applicant can provide 15 feet for the construction of a rope/aerial course, thus requesting a variance of 60 feet. The property is located at 1630 Route 9 on 2.95 acres and is identified as tax grid number 615804551329 in the town of Wappinger. For the record, please, you are.
I'm Ray Van Voris. I'm Dan Pizzarelli, who's the owner's architect. So I was just going to give you a brief rundown on the project, if you'd like.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Dan's here to answer questions as well. So thank you for talking to us tonight. You have everything you see here, you have in the package as well. I just wanted to point out a few things. So this is the Route 9 site itself. This is the old Fun Central, as everyone knows it, right? Which has been there for about 30 years with the bumper boats and the miniature golf, piece of the building way back here. The building itself, we're way back from the property line. But there is some structures here, and what they're looking to do is put a ropes aerial course, which is really a transparent structure. It's like you could call it a large playground. There's no roof, there's no sides, it's just poles. You can see down here, it's in your package that you have, but I just wanted to show you on this as well. It's a transparent structure that goes through. The idea is that's going to be right in the bumper boat pool itself, okay? So the issue that the planning board had was, is that it's considered a structure because it's got footings. However, the existing pool itself, which is a structure by zoning law and planning board and town of Wappinger's code, is only 9'8" from the property line. So that's been there for at least 30 years, 40 years. We're actually going to be 15 feet back to that pole structure that I just showed you. Another couple points of reference are, there's the castle, which is pretty tall. I think it's about 30 feet tall. It's small, but it's tall. That's about 14 feet from the property line. It's been there for 30 years. And the tanning salon building itself, and these are all in the same district, is only 12 feet off of the property line as well. So we're non-conforming, and I feel, as an architect, that we're not increasing the non-conformity because it's a transparent structure, and it's not as close as the pool and the other buildings adjacent on north and south of it. So that's kind of our point in a nutshell. And we've been going to the planning board for a few weeks talking about other issues. We're kind of down to this, and they're coming next Monday night to look at some of the lighting issues, where to turn the lights down along the property lines and stuff like that. So we're we're
What is the overall height?
30 feet. So we're within the guidelines of the codes for that, 30 feet above grade.
Above grade? Okay.
Yeah. It's
And the 34 feet, that's basically to the bottom of the pool, is that?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the pool is about 4 feet. 35 feet is allowed by code, above grade.
Yeah.
So we're still 5 feet above. Either way you look at it, we're less.
So this is basically going in.
Yeah,
Going in the pool, correct. And there's another kind of a technical reason why we can't push it back any further. There's an island here, which is part of the miniature golf course. And then there's also a underground drainage ditch that we have to straddle with the structure. So we've looked at other places to put it, and that's really the best we can do.
Can I just look at one thing?
I have a question. Jim.
Sure.
How in the first place did the original pool be so close? Was there 75 foot?
I believe there was Barbara and I were speaking about that, and then I went through the files, and those files were not able to be located. They're probably in another storage area, but Barbara and I spoke about it, and she believes there was a variance for that.
So we're not closer than that variance. We're actually, another 5, 6 feet back from that.
It's just amazing to me that the pool was there in the
Yeah.
first place.
And the building, we love our neighbor, but
Tanning salon.
Tailing Salon's 12 feet off of the property line.
Yeah.
Same property, Reddle owns all these properties, so, that's what I'm saying. I'm not making a point of that, I'm just a point of reference.
Platforms, and that fence is here.
But these, just out of curiosity, the rope course, is that like what's in the Palisades Mall, that type of?
Yeah, it's,
Very similar, yes.
This is 6
yeah,
foot
it's
six.
a licensed professional that's designed it and stamped it. They're all, belayed is the right word, I
3
think.
foot 6
Tied
foot
in,
fence.
they don't swing, like the trapeze. They just go up and down vertically,
Now,
very safe.
that platform is here, you know what I mean?
Hey, do you have any portion of the structure mocked up on site that we're gonna be able to see, like in terms of the
No.
height or?
No, you really can't. I guess, do you know how tall that castle is? It's pretty tall.
I don't have the exact height of the structure.
Sorry, you state your name, please.
Oh, sorry, Dan Pizzarelli, I'm the owner of DC Sports.
Gotcha.
On the structure itself, I did spray paint in the pool where the structure is gonna be in, the pool itself.
So we'll be able to see like the front wall of where the posts start basically in the pool, is that?
Well, you're gonna see the concrete structure of the pool, and then
Okay.
you're gonna see spray paint marks of where the pillars are gonna go.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing in the pool there currently. It's just it's
Yeah,
an
it's
open
just-
pool.
The water's no water, everything's empty, it's just a concrete shell.
Yeah,
Basically the
you
footprint.
can see it there.
Yeah.
It's just depression like a pool. So there's nothing there. There's no structure there. But the poles actually connect there and they go up.
I mean, I feel like the height is a concern here. With that cell phone tower, they basically did a small balloon
Right. I don't know how high it was gonna
just to
be.
give the height. I don't know if that would be
Well,
possible.
The planning board said the height, the maximum height was 40 feet, I think, or something.
It's,
above.
I believe it's 35 feet and we're 30.
Just in our variances, we're considering the aesthetics also of where that wall is sitting in relationship to the road. Like, I don't know if it'd be possible to, basically go down to Party City and get a helium balloon with 30 feet of line and attach it.
What he's asking, Dan, is can you put like in one of these, there is no wall. We can't build a wall. It won't be a wall when it's done.
Yeah,
but
not a
what
wall
we're-
per se,
What he was
right,
saying is, can you put a balloon at that point that goes up 30 feet from the grade to represent the top height of this poles?
No,
And I don't see why not. I mean, you could make a string 35 foot tied to the balloon and just,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that we'd have to go on like a non-rainy
asking
day,
me.
but I think that'd be useful just to see kind of the sight lines, up and down the road is something we're gonna wanna look
I'm
at.
sure we could figure that out. Why
Yeah,
not?
I thought how deep is the pool? Pool's about 4 feet?
Yeah.
So you're gonna be
Yeah.
basically 4 feet of the structure below grade, right?
Yeah,
And the
so,
rest of it.
so 30 feet above grade, so it'd be a
Yes.
34-foot rope
I could probably
string.
get a measurement of the castle as well. The castle's pretty high.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. When you go to the site, it's right in this corner, it exists, we can measure that. I think that's close to 25, 30 feet tall.
I'm just thinking of a balloon with like an orange flag even, like just, some orange tape or something, just so
When
we
the
can
top of it is.
go down the road either way and kind
you
of
can
look
see.
towards the site and see what the visibility is.
He wants the top of the flag thing, so you can see when you're coming down Route 9, how high 30 feet from the grade would be on the top of that flag. So take a flag. Well, I don't know how you could get a flag. The flag's not gonna have helium in it. So maybe a red, orange
You hit
balloon.
the nail on the head. You get a helium balloon, put 30 feet of line on
It was
it.
the easiest way to do it.
Measure the line out, call it a day, and then put the balloon up.
That's what it's
Right.
asking.
Yeah,
Keep it to the
yeah.
ground and let it go.
Perfect.
Exactly, that's
And
what
hope
I'm
it's
asking.
not windy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to hope it's not windy.
But I think I think what Dan can do for you, as a point of reference, he'll measure that castle for you too, when we get that information, because I think it's at least 20, maybe 25 feet tall. And just
With
real,
the peaks, I mean, it's
yeah, it's
gotta
probably,
be-
it might be more than that. But really, I think that the point that you really need to remember is this is really transparent structure. There's no walls, so these are just, like
There's
cell
no
phone
safety netting there?
They're-
You're not gonna
no,
need it.
You're always tied.
Yeah, the belay
You're always-
system is a magnetic system itself, right? You can't undo it without magnetics.
And you're harnessed in.
Yeah, you're all harnessed in, you have a helmet on and everything.
They go to the platforms, and then they get lowered down to the lower
There's
level.
8 on each level. 2 levels, 8 obstacles on each level.
Where do you get harnessed in?
before you even get onto the structure.
Okay.
So on the concrete pathway, like going onto the bumper boats right now, there's a gate, a black gate.
Right here, it's-
Nobody's gonna be allowed in that gate.
It's
right?
it's fenced in.
It's outside that gate.
This area is fenced in, you're gonna come down here and wait to get in, and then come in. There's a ladder up,
There'll
and
be
then
a
when you,
lock gate before you get even on it, and the ladder that goes on the ropes course goes up, and it'll be secured at all times when we're not
Do
using
you
it.
have any photos of similar systems that you'd be able to supply us with?
you can get that,
I'm sure we can.
yeah.
Yeah,
And-
I
and-
think that'd be helpful, just to, you know, get what
It
it's actually
closes
gonna
at
look like in
dusk
everyone's
as well.
mind. Because again, we do consider
Dark is
the
closed.
visual impact of this from the road, and, you know, knowing what it looks like would be helpful.
Sure. And we close at dusk, the hours.
Okay.
Can I approach you guys?
Sure.
Sure.
I mean, I have kids, I feel like I probably know, but.
This is a similar picture that they built,
Okay.
right? This is from them, designed it from them, and this is what it's gonna look like. This is another version of when they designed it, of what it's gonna look like.
So it's not netting I'm looking at, it's ropes that people are climbing on, basically. right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a see-through whole
There's no room, there's no
platform structure.
There's one in
And you're totally
Palisades Mall.
strapped in before you even get into this.
You're not even coming close to getting on that course without being strapped in.
Everyone that's on it is.
So you're strapped in first, and then you walk down, and then the belay system goes on, and then you come down into the fenced area to go up to the structure.
And you have
Always
harness
hooked to a
on at
cable.
that point, and you're cabled in.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
And so are the people that run it too. They're with you.
I mean,
And there's
it's
always going
just,
to be a training person on the course.
I'm just thinking it's a little scary with those fences around it, with those platforms. You fall back. Those fences are right there, you know.
Yeah, but you're hooked to a harness.
Yeah, no, that's what I wanted to make clear.
Well, you're about 8 feet higher off grade, right? Because you're 4 foot in the pool,
Right.
right? So
I assume you're not using the pool anymore, or like, it's
no,
not gonna be
the
full of water,
first
right?
structure is 8 foot high off the grade. So you're gonna go up the ladder and you're gonna step onto that first platform, which is 8 feet higher than the concrete already.
Yeah.
Planning board has asked many of these same questions as well, so I can understand.
You guys have any more questions?
Do we have that picture, the color picture, do we have that? I didn't see it.
It's in, was in your
No,
package. Did
that
you,
wasn't in our package.
did you give that, B, I gave that to you, did you?
Yeah, I don't think we got the aerial
Well, it
shot.
didn't come in color, I don't think, this one, but it was part of the package. It was part of your email, B. It was part of the email,
Yeah, they did get the email. It was on the website, yeah.
I mean, I can leave you this, if you want this one copy, I can leave this to you right now. You like that?
That's okay, I can send something to them.
Oh, yeah, you have it.
All right, so, we will be doing a site visit. Again, that will be on the 6th. Be great if you could have a balloon there at that time.
Make it happen.
Big helium balloon,
Yeah, we're gonna try.
whatever design you want, the balloon is fine.
10 o'clock?
And then, yeah, we're gonna be somewhere between 9:30 and 10 o'clock. We'll be there, and you have the footprint already printed out in the pool.
Yeah,
right?
it's
So
spray painted
painted
on,
out.
so I mean, like, I needed the visual myself, so I started spray painting when I
Gotcha.
started measuring and spray painting.
Okay, that's kind of all we need on the site visit. So we'll do the site visit on the 6th, and we'll schedule your public hearing for the 9th as well.
Do we have a clear indication of the front property line? Is it obvious? It's like, right at the fence? Okay, the fence is right at it?
Fence is probably 6 inches in, so you
Okay.
property line's just past it.
Yeah, you have the curb and probably like 7 feet, I would say, and then the fence.
Okay.
Black fence.
So on the drawing, you'll see it, there's a curve. They asked us about the power lines, so you'll see the power lines there, that's 19 feet. The property line itself is the fence, is 15 feet into the actual structure of the ropes course, and just under 10 feet is the edge of the pool. You'll see all that.
Again, there's no swaying of any part either, you know, you walk up there on the course and you're doing the event, if you do fall off, you're on the belay system, you just get your feet back on it and you just keep going. You know, the other way down, there's gonna be ladders on the way down, and then in the structure itself, when you get down, you're gonna be unhooked, not from the belay system, but like unhooked, and you're gonna be walk up right up the steps.
And there's more detailed drawings in your package there.
Yeah.
Unless if you want to look further about
Okay.
the stairs going up and the stairs going out.
We were just thinking of a new idea. The bumper boats are a dead concept, and it's just the pool's leaking, and it's the upkeep is crazy.
Yeah.
So,
Very cool.
something different in
Very popular.
the
with
realm.
kids.
There's golf back there, isn't there, too?
There's,
Mini golf and sand volleyball.
yep, mini golf inside, and outside and inside, it's simulators and miniature golf.
Simulators,
Volleyball
okay.
inside,
Yeah.
with miniature golf outside.
And
Got it.
cornhole tournaments.
Cornhole's huge on Friday nights. It's crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
There's a ticket bar as well.
But no signs and wappingers on the ground.
Only on
More.
top of
I
this.
didn't put those. I'll take them all
All
off.
right, thank you. Side
I
note,
already yelled at the guy. Believe me. I said, you got me in trouble now.
but we're plugging your cornhole, don't we?
All right. I appreciate that.
All right, so we're good, right? So we got you on site visit on the 6th, public hearing on the 9th.
Okay.
And we'll see you on the 6th. B, I'll have a sign for you. You're gonna have to stick that out in front.
That's fine.
Do we do the mailings again, just like we did before? Okay. And that's right there in that packet for me?
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
All right, so I think we're good, right?
Yes, we
All
are.
right, no further business tonight. I have a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Do I have a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
So move, we are adjourned.